Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today we are going to conduct lecture number 51 of our course, and in this lecture we will study about external hardware interrupts. So let's start our lecture. Okay, first of all we need to know what is external hardware interrupt. So we know that we have already discussed timer 0 interrupts or timer 1 and timer 2 interrupts, right? So in this lecture we are studying a different kind of interrupt, and those are actually related with the hardware which we can attach with certain pins. So that is why they are known as external hardware interrupts, and those pins are basically RB0, RB1 and RB2. So in this chart you can see that these pins are mentioned here, uh, RB0, RB1, and RB2. So these pins are basically part of what port B, right? So 0 pin of port B, right? 1 pin of a port D and 2 pin of port D is used for external hardware interrupts. So let's say, for example, this is a microcontroller, right? And this is RB0 pin, right? RB0 pin. Let me write it. RB0. So if it is used as external interrupt, so it will be named as INT interrupt 0, right? Similarly, uh, interrupt 1 and interrupt 2 will be the names of interrupt which are used with RB1 and RB2. Here you can see that this is interrupt 0 which is related to RB0, interrupt 1 which is the name for RB1 pin, interrupt 2 which is the name of RB2, right? So let's say we have attached a sensor here on this specific pin. So what is going to happen whenever this sensor sends a pulse, and pulse could be from low to high or a high to low. So you can say we are not talking about actually pulse, we are talking about the transition, right? For example, if we are talking about transition from low to high, so this is called positive age triggered, and if it is high to low, so this is called negative age triggered. So external hardware interrupts, which are interrupt 0, interrupt 1 and interrupt 2, as I've mentioned here, interrupt 0, interrupt 1 and interrupt 2, these are basically age triggered. What are age triggered? What is it? Let me write it for you. These are age triggered interrupts, right? Earlier we discussed timer 0 interrupt. We know that whenever rollover happens, so timer 0 IF flag will convert from 0 to 1. That means we are talking about transition of levels, right? Here we are discussing these are basically what age triggered. So by default these interrupts are in mode of positive age. We can also trigger it as a negative age interrupts, but we will see those things in another lecture. But if we are just considering there by default performances or characteristics, so interrupt 0, interrupt 1, interrupt 2, all three are basically what are external hardware interrupts. As we discussed in this example, a sensor is attached to RB0. So whenever this sensor sends a positive age triggered, right, means a transition from low to high, then this flag, right, the corresponding flag, so interrupt 0, external hardware interrupt, the interrupt flag is basically what interrupt 0 IF, right? So this flag will become equals to 1. So whenever RB0 pin or interrupt 0 pin will receive a transition from 0 to 1, right? It is 0, it is 1, so it is low to high transition. Whenever this transition will be happening on this specific pin of microcontroller, what is going to happen? It will make INT, since we are talking about interrupt 0, so its corresponding flag, interrupt flag, will become equals to 1. So microcontroller will have a notification of this interrupt, and how we can understand it from this chart. So here we see this is interrupt 0, this is interrupt 1, and this is interrupt 2. So like timer interrupts, interrupt 0 IF is also end with its corresponding enable bit, interrupt enable, right? So you see this pin is basically interrupt 0 IF, and this is going to end with interrupt 0 IE, which is interrupt enable. So let's say if we haven't configured it, it is 0, and Still, RB0 is attached with a sensor which sends a positive age trigger from low to high transition. So what is going to happen? Interrupt 0 IF flag will become equals to 1. So IF is equal to what? IF is equal to 1. So what is going to happen? Will it proceed towards output? No, because your enable bit is 0. So what you have to do, you have to make it 1. And how you can make it 1? You have to use instruction. Let me write it for you. And that instruction is bit set file interrupt. Okay, we have to know what is the specific register of this IE flag, right? So interrupt 0 IF flag is used here, and interrupt 0 IE bit is mentioned here, and its corresponding register is interrupt control. Remember, interrupt 0 IF is a bit which is present in interrupt control, and interrupt 0 IE is present in interrupt control register. Similarly, interrupt 1 IF flag is present in interrupt control 3, and interrupt 1 IE bit is also present in interrupt control 3. So these are the names of registers, right, in which your flag bits are present: interrupt 0 IF, interrupt 1 IF, and interrupt 2 IF. And these are the registers in which you can find your enable bits: interrupt control 3, and interrupt control 3. So interrupt 0 is present in interrupt control, interrupt 1 is present in interrupt control 3, right? So this is how you can actually configure it, right? So I'm going to configure interrupt 0 IE. So how I'm going to use it? I'm going to write here instruction PSF. It is present in interrupt control register, comma. What I have to do? INT 0 IE. So what is going to happen by this? By the use of this instruction, what is going to happen? This IE 0 bit, let me interrupt 0 IE, which was 0, it will become 1. So now whenever IF will become 1, it will proceed towards output, right? And then it is going to this OR gate, and this output is going to this AND gate, this OR gate, and this output is going to this AND gate, right? And since these two are basically just OR gates, their other input doesn't matter. But if we configure, okay, let me draw it correctly. So this circuitry doesn't matter because these are just OR gate. So one of the input is coming, so other input doesn't matter. We will have one here, we will have uh, one over here, right? But this one won't proceed further. Why? Because this is an AND gate, and for AND gate you have to make both of the bit 1. So this is our global interrupt enable, which we have already discussed in the timer interrupt section, right? So what you have to do, you have to write another instruction to make it enable bit set file interrupt control, comma, GIE. We know that GIE is a bit present in interrupt control register. So by the use of these two instructions, now whenever your positive age trigger transition will be happening on this RB0 bit or interrupt 0 pin, then this flag will notify to this vector location, or interrupt vector table, which will let the microcontroller know that okay, interrupt has arrived and you have to serve it. So this is the way you can actually configure interrupt 0. Similarly, you need to configure interrupt 1. So you need to you need to deal with their corresponding enable bit and interrupt flag bits, right? Remember, this is the area for interrupt 1, this is the area for interrupt 2. So you can actually configure all of them in one program. You can use only one of them as per your need, but this is the basic idea of external hardware interrupt, that whenever any sensor which is attached to these pins, what pins I'm talking about? I'm talking about these pins: RB0, RB1, or RB2. And interrupt programming, you call them interrupt 0, interrupt 1, interrupt 2. So whenever these pins they are attached with any external hardware, if they receive positive age, because we are talking about age triggered interrupts, so if they receive low to high transition, they will make their corresponding flag bit. If we are talking about interrupt 0, so flag would be interrupt 0 IF. Interrupt 1, for interrupt 1 there will be interrupt 1 IF, right? So these flags will become equal to 1. And if their corresponding enable bits are high, so we will have their notification, provided that GIE is also 1. I hope you have understand the concept of enabling and disabling external hardware interrupts. What are external hardware interrupts, right? So I hope after listening this lecture you can answer following questions easily. Okay, that's it from this lecture. Thank you so much for listening.